Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to the opening ceremony of ID Collective. It's so nice to see so many of my architect designer friends log in once again today to show their support and love. I just realized it's been a year to the live sessions that I used to conduct, where I got the chance to interact with so many of you, have so many lovely sessions, and just have some amazing discussions. It's also been a year to the pandemic, and things are far from normal. While we're still trying to crawl back slowly and steadily to some sort of normalcy, it's going to be a while before we know what it really used to feel like. At India Design ID, we'd never thought there'd come a time where we will not do our show at the NSIC grounds. But well, yes, that's the reality, and we all have embraced it to adapt and grow in a new manner. And this brings me to ID Collective. When we started brainstorming on what we wanted to do for 2021, we all realized that the need of the hour is something which is not complex, glorified, or OTT. The creatives want something simpler. They actually are looking for the simple joys of design, the joys that have been lost somewhere in the last 1 year. The experience of seeing a new product, the experience of walking into a store and just browsing the so many products that are there, the experimentation of new materials, the experience of a good conversation. And that is what led to ID Collective. Our aim is very simple. We want to celebrate the true essence of design with like minded brands and people who believe in the power of simplicity. There is something for each of you, and I hope in the next 5 days you all get to experience the little joys of design that we have created for you. Before I call in my first guest on this platform and I sign off, I would like to mention a couple of people here without whom ID Collective would not have been possible. Ashti Bhartia, our Vice Chairperson, Ogan Media, Mahesh Nambiar, our Business Head, Misha Bains, Director of India Design ID and Publisher of Elle Decor, along with Mega Grover, Roshan Adiodi, and the entire fabulous sales team that we have. Mohita Gandhi, our events head, Pinky Akola, our creative director, Sonia Dutt, chief creative officer, Ekta Asher, marketing head, Kashmira Pathare, head of business development and networking, Stuti Modi, manager India Design ID, Gurbani Anand, manager events, Sushant Arora, Nishu Batra, and the entire team of 70 EMG, Ankesh Dikshant and the entire team of Web Dunia, and our social media agency Gozu. A big thank you to each one of you for making ID Collective happen. I hope you enjoy the next 5 days. I would now like to invite Ashti Bhartia to please say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. It's great to be connecting again. This year has been a strange one, to say the least. And I think that by now we're all craving connection and, with our wider community. And we hope that the next few days will allow that at ID Collective, even though it's not at the NSIC grounds and it's happening digitally. But I think that it'll still give us an opportunity to connect, to look at great design, and to hear our community speak. So I hope you will all stay plugged in. When the first lockdown started a year ago, we all thought it was going to be for a month. And then we said by July, everything will be fine. We never imagined that it would go on now for about a year. But I guess at some point in the year, we all had to start looking at the positives of the situation, and I think that this year has allowed us to show how resilient we all are. It has pushed us to change ourselves, the way we work, our organizations, in ways that perhaps we needed to, but that may not have happened had we not been pushed to do it. Um, it has also brought a new focus on the home, as the home becomes the space in which we work, entertain, live, everything. And I think that I think there'll be a huge upsurge of people redoing their homes and their holiday homes as we move forward. So I hope that all the brands in the show are also going to see that. It's of course forced us to adopt technology and sort of find connection through technology. For us at ID, it has pushed us to reimagine our fair as a digital experience with some physical interactions. But we've really tried to bring every aspect of ID into this digital show. So we have, 27 brands. We've tried to craft a narrative for each of the brands that shows their products, tells us about who they are, and you'll be watching these brand films over the next few days. We have 20 speakers from India and abroad who will be part of the ID Symposium, which will happen every evening on all our platforms, on Instagram and on the website. We also have ID Honors, in which we will just show the 25 homes that we love. And, the intent of the show is really to celebrate design, and we've tried to do that through each and every platform that we have. I want to thank our sponsors in supporting us for this new, unique show. We really are blessed to have the best in design as our sponsors over the years. We have Asian Paints, our title sponsor. They've always supported us. Mr. Singhal, who we work so closely with, is now CEO and MD of Asian Paints, and he always gives us fantastic feedback at each show, and it helps us improve. We have Kohler, another fantastic design partner. They're committed to design. They again, help us refine our symposium year after year and make the show better. For ID Honors, we have Curo Collectives. They're with us for the first time, and we're excited to have them. They have a fabulous range of products. We also have the Sunil Sethi Design Alliance, as we do every year, and we have our media partners, El Decor. So I hope you all will stay tuned in for the next few days. Do drop us messages, interact with us, and tell us how your experience of the show has been. Without further ado, I would like to call Mr. Amit Singhal, MD and CEO of Asian Paints, to share a few words with us.
Thanks, Asti. I think it's always great to kind of listen to you, and we are super excited to be part of the ID once again. I think it's a matter of great pride and privilege for us that we've been associated with ID from inception, since inception. And I think it's been a really energizing journey where we've seen the event truly kind of encompass the essence of design very, very strongly and bringing the fraternity, the design fraternity together. This is the first virtual event in terms of what we are doing as the ID Collective, and I'm sure this is something which is very novel. This is something which help us kind of connect, as you rightly said, and I think we are really looking at seeing how is it that we can take the event to the next level. As I see today, ID has truly accomplished, and created a design platform which brings top professionals, consumers, design disciplines at a single location. And not only that, when we look at the whole area, it is literally almost a very, very strong zone where we get the Indian designers and the international global fraternity, which also comes and exchanges a lot of stuff between us. At Asian Paints, we've always looked at this as a very, very strong arena for promoting design, decor, and looking at in terms of how is it that you could kind of really give an edge to this entire area of celebrating India design in a very strong manner. We have on our part been doing lots of stuff in the design community. First and foremost, we have been proponents in terms of looking at promoting public art in a very, very strong manner. And this is an initiative which we have done with street art, and now across 20 cities, we have taken locations and very premium walls and things like that, where we are promoting Indian art and culture. So literally it is an arena where people come in together, enjoy art, and really it is a matter of democratizing design in a very, very strong manner. The other initiative at Asian Paints we have taken is the whole skilling of the artisans, so that we can really promote design in a very strong way. I'm happy to tell you that we spent almost, even in a year which has gone by, which has been slightly, a difficult year. We have trained almost about 1.5 lakh artisans, a lot through digital media and so on and so forth, in terms of looking at giving them skills what they can do in terms of really getting the real design for the consumers, so that people feel that the distance between the product and the execution is something which is much lesser, and people really enjoy design to the core to that extent. Overall, we have been working on getting design trends every year to this event, and this year as well look forward to get some new stories, some very very different design trends which we see in the environment. And this is the only Indian design research which really kind of gets what's really happening across the country, marries it with what's happening on the global front, and gives to the designers a very very strong learning in terms of the design stories which are emerging, the key kind of materials which are coming in, the textures which are emerging. And I think it is at one shot a very very strong way in terms of really connecting with all the designers. We think that today, as we kind of keep on going ahead, this is a strong event and an initiative. This will keep on going forward. We wish everyone at ID a very very strong success for this event, and I'm sure we're going to enjoy this event as we kind of go ahead with the next 5 days. Thank you so much. Okay, over to you, Salil.
Thank you, Amit. Asian Paints and Amit Singhal, always a tough act to follow. Morning, everybody. It's a little odd for me to be addressing all of you virtually rather than being part of NSIC, something we have been since inception of India Design, I think, barring a brief hiatus. We've, of course, been the sponsors for ID Symposium, the think tank of the event for the last 3 years in a row. A little bit about Kohler Company. For the 147 years that we have been in existence, design and creativity have been part of our DNA. The Kohler family's passion for design, architecture, and the environment is what sets us apart from our competitors globally, and that's pretty much true in India as well, which is one of the main reasons we stay close to the creative fraternity. It is not merely for business, but also to stay inspired and continue to conceive and manufacture products that are at the leading edge of design and technology. As the premier design event in India, ID allows us that opportunity to showcase our latest offerings and, equally importantly, learn from the creative minds that participate each year. So we are really looking forward to this year's edition as well, even though, of course, this is going to be virtual. In the dystopia that was 2020, we did not lose sight of that greater purpose, which is to make beautiful products that provide unmatched functionality. In 2020, we actually made Designed in India for the world our motto. Our 3-year-old design studio, which we call the India Design Studio, actually churned out some spectacular products last year, despite, of course, the obvious challenges that the pandemic and the lockdown brought upon us. I'll just take some examples. Weave, for instance, our ode to ballet, an expressive faucet in the affordable luxury range, was in fact premiered virtually. This is the first time as a company we have launched a new product absolutely virtually in the middle of the pandemic. I think it was in the month of July. And despite the market situation, we really couldn't keep pace with the demand for it. Of course, Weave, in the context of where we were, also was named, I thought, appropriately, because it's all about celebrating life. Modern Life Edge, the world's slimmest bathroom suite. We also revitalized our range of touchless faucets and our range of cleansing seats, which are focused on the rising sensitivity to hygiene and health. But if you ask me personally, the one product that I'm most proud of is Kila, our first Indian artist edition basin, celebrating traditional Indian arts and crafts. This is based on a masterpiece created for Kohler by Padma Shri winning artist Jay Prakash, and it comes in an exclusive numbered edition, and these basins will be launched shortly this year. And that is spectacular. It is a tribute to ancient Indian art and craft, but it also provides unmatched functionality in the bathroom. I think to to sum it up, if you ask me, great design perhaps is the best form of escapism, particularly in times like this. I would imagine for the creators as much as for those that experience it. And in that context, ID 2021, albeit virtual, couldn't have been better timed. I do look forward to all of that has been planned over the next 4 or 5 days, and it is an honor for Kohler and for me to be not only part of this event like every year, but also to be part of this opening act for ID21. And I want to, on behalf of Kohler and personally, wish Ashti, Kamna, and the rest of the ID team all the very best. I'm sure it's going to be not only successful, I think people are going to be very pleased that we've been able to pull this off in the middle of these circumstances. So all the very best to all of you, and I really look forward to be part of the proceedings over the next 4 or 5 days. Thank you very much.
So I suppose we now declare ID Collective open, and shall we raise a toast?
Yes, we should.
Nothing like champagne to start a Saturday morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Cheers.
And cheers to
Cheers.
everyone. Cheers to a
All the very
strong
best.
event. Thank you. All the best.
Yeah, look forward to an exciting 5 days ahead. I know we
can
can't
drink
replicate the
it.
parties that we had at ID digitally, but this is one way to do it.
Yeah, thank you for that,
Ashti.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Ashti and Sunil, request everyone to finish the shot.
yeah, of course we'll finish it. There you go. Wonderful. Every Saturday morning should be like this.
Great. Looking forward to the event.
Me too. Thank you. Thank you, Ashley. All the very best.
Thank you both so much
Thank
for
you.
being
Thank you,
here.
everyone.
It's really great to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Thank you so much.